Life cycle, the series of changes in the life of an organism, which includes reproduction. So today, the topic that I will be focusing on is the sexual development throughout the life cycle. It is a very interesting topic to me because it breathes transformation, and that means it has a start, transition into another stage, and another until we meet the very end. There can be a few mistakes, things that we can't overcome. So basically, learning experiences. And in learning about this cycle, we are more prepared for what awaits us. Humans, including babies, children, teenagers, adults, and old people, are sexual beings. You see, sexuality is much more than sexual intercourse, and humans are sexual beings throughout their lifespan. Sexuality is emotional, social, cultural, and yes, physical. Sexual development is one part of sexuality, and it begins much earlier in life, much earlier than puberty. Now, the first stage that I'll be looking on today is early childhood sexuality, and that is between birth and 3 years. During this stage, they learn about love and trust through touching and holding. They have this need for oral satisfaction, sucking basically. They might have spontaneous reflexive responses such as erections and vaginal lubrications. They go through gender role conditioning. Boys and girls are treated differently. Exploration of own body, hands, feet, tummy, genitals. They may enjoy nudity, toilet training, and there is a curiosity about differences between bodies. Curiosity about siblings and our parents' bodies as well. Now we have the late childhood sexuality, and that is between the ages of 4 to 8. During this stage, they might engage in childhood sexual play, and that is basically I can give you an example. The doctor game, or I'll show you mine. Now, during this stage, they learn about their gender role, right? And this is how to behave like a girl or a boy. They learn sex words, bathroom vocabulary, ask questions about pregnancy and birth. These questions include how are babies made? How are babies born? And they begin to distinguish between acceptable and unacceptable behavior. And during this stage, they may become more modest about their own body. Now, during the early adolescent sexuality stage, which is between 9 and 11 years, puberty begins. That includes the growth of genitals, breath development, mood changes, etc. Menstruation or sperm production begins soon for some. Possibilities of masturbation, closeness of same/similar genders, identifying friendship. And there is a possibility of body exploration with others. We then move on to the adolescent sexuality, and that is between the age of 12 to 18. Now, during this stage, puberty changes. Physical and emotional occur. Menstruation or sperm production begins. Possibility of masturbation, pleasure from kissing and touching, and they have a greater awareness of their own sexual identity and that of others around them. You will have the possibility of sexual activity during this stage, possibility of pregnancy if having the type of sex that could cause pregnancy, because you can during this stage you have the possibility of the need for contraceptives or sex safety decisions. And during this stage, they have a strong need for independence. Now we move on to the adult stage, right? And we can basically split these up into four stages. So we have the youth sexuality, which is between the age of 19 to 30 years. There is a possibility of sexual activity with partner, decision making about partnership, marriage, family life, and career. You have the possibility of pregnancy, childbirth, or parenting. You have the possibility of contraceptives and the possibility of ending a relationship. And this is the same between the ages of 31 to 45, right? And during this stage, you can also have maintaining or maintenance of relationship, sexual and non-sexual, the possibility of parenting responsibilities, sex education of own children. There is a possibility of childbirth and decision making about contraceptives. There is also the possibility of ending a relationship during this stage, and even possibility of grandparenting. Between the age of 46 to 64 years, this is where menopause slash andropause occurs. There is the possibility of grandparenting, possibility of sexual activity, possibility of partner selection, possibility of contraceptives as well, and there is the possibility of divorce or death of a partner slash spouse. Now, from 65 years onward, the body responds sexually but more slowly. Possibility of grandparenting, need for physical affection. There is the high possibility of other health issues affecting the sexual activity, possibility of death of a partner slash spouse during this stage is very likely. Now, the possibility of masturbation throughout this entire stage is more than possible. So this is the end of this segment. I hope you learned something. Now in all things, acknowledge that you are limited and allow your God to bring you the wisdom you desire. Until next time, have a good day.